Question 1564. What is in your hip flask?
Scotch.
Scotch.
I don't have a hip flask.
If you did.
Whiskey.
Whiskey. Any particular type of whiskey?
Most likely Jameson Black Barrel. Hell yeah.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. See, dog knows. Dog knows.
I was going to say Irish whiskey, like a Jameson Black Barrel. I'm going to have to change it.
You have to change it now. What would you have as an alternative?
Fanta.
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 Lone Wanderer says bourbon. Sandy says don't own one. African Humanist says nothing. Nerdy says whiskey. It's always whiskey in the hip flask, 20 years aged. Did you never drink it then?
Top Jersey milk.
What?
Yeah.
It'll go off.
Gold. Doesn't matter. It wouldn't last long enough. It would be near something kept cool to retain its coolness. And it would be gold top, full cream, Jersey cow milk.
Yeah, the problem is if it's in a hip flask, you're wearing it on your hip, so it's likely to come up to body temperature or at least room temperature.
Yeah, but that's what in a perfect world. That's what I would have.
I'm walking with it. It'll chain it to butter anyway.
There you go. Get free butter.
Let's use Dom.
My choice would be Balvenie Double Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice.
12 years old rum. There is never enough rum. Anyhow says rhubarb cordial. I'm at work. Tusk says I have my own recipe I call Bon Scott. It's rum, bourbon, single malt, and a splash of absinthe. Nerdy says full cream, 70% alcohol. Ox says Wisnowaka, Polish cherry brandy type booze.
Wisnowska.
What?
Wisnowska.
Yes, maybe. No, there's no other S.
Wisnowska.
Wisnowka.
Wisnowka.
Yeah.
Not seeing how it's spelled.
Ricardo says double oak bourbon. If you have a hip flask, you're an alcoholic. No.
There's no requirement to keep alcoholic drinks in your hip flask. It's just custom.
Purple.
Oh, well, I think everybody knows I'm fond of the Canadian whiskey.
Canadian whiskey?
Yeah.
Do they even call it whiskey?
Oh, yeah. No, there's some good Canadian blends.
If I couldn't have the milk, I'd have maple syrup instead.
It's very sickly to take a swig on.
You're assuming that it would be for me to take a swig on. It would just be so that when I ever sat down and had something.
Maple syrup, taking a swig of maple syrup is a wonderful thing.
It can be. It really can be. Just a swig of maple syrup and
Proper
if you're
sugar
getting
buzz.
maple syrup fresh from the tree.
Sugar buzz.
Yep. I've actually done that with my uncle, collecting the sap from the trees for him to make syrup.
Oof. Dave,
Yeah.
you haven't answered.
No, I don't have a good answer. Maybe water? I mean, if I went alcoholic, it'd probably be schnapps. I used to be able to drink that all day.
Schnapps.
Schnapps.
Schnapps. Schnapps. Schnapps. What a card game.
Yep. One of my uncles always used to carry a flask of peppermint schnapps with him.
I'm not keen on peppermint. But I quite like banana schnapps.
And if I couldn't get scotch, I'd do gin.
With-
I
Without
don't think I've ever drunk gin.
Oh, I have. We opened up a new.
Well, you were going to
gin
start with
distillery.
we there.
Yeah, we down where I used to live, we opened up a new gin distillery. I was the tester.
Did you walk? Do you remember?
It was a great job.
You're supposed to use a Caspador when you're testing alcoholic beverages.
But if you test enough is absorbed through the cheeks.
It's the argument somebody once tried to make. I don't know how true this is, but I saw it fictionalized. That they tried to argue that breathalyzers over the course of their use become less and less reliable because each time somebody breathes into the machine, droplets of alcohol are left from the breath into the machine. So over time it will build up. So even if somebody who has had no alcohol may read a positive test because of the build-up of droplets within the machine. I don't know how true that is.
Except it's not measuring the alcohol, it's measuring the metabolites of alcohol in your breath.
Yeah, but that was the argument for the unreliability of alcohol breathometers.
I'm very disappointed. I have never drunk and drove, and I've only once been breathalyzed. I mean, I used to drive around Bristol in the middle of the night and never got pulled over and breathalyzed. That really annoyed me.
Hey, wait. Whoa. Right. Let me tell you something about Bristol.
Bristol's lovely. It is the best city in the world.
I met the town crier of Swindon, right?
Bristol?
Yeah, no, wait.
The town crier of Swindon.
Yes.
Roundabout Central.
Wait for it.
Disney World.
I did not know these things existed, right?
I was going to say, I didn't know anyone had a town crier.
Right.
Within the last
We've got
100
loads
years.
of town criers.
So I'm in Swindon, and I'm like novelty of meeting a town crier, and he was like, yeah, I make cider. When he's not being a town crier, he makes cider, right? So he was like, oh, you and your friend should come, because my friend was from Swindon. And she was like, okay, yeah, let's go. I know where you live. We'll go over, fucking tons. Like, there was about 40 people there from Swindon going to this like little tasting of his fucking cider. He gives me 2 bottles, and I'm going home the next day. I rock up to fucking Bristol Airport with these 2 big bottles, and I mean, they're fucking 2-liter bottles of cider, right? And security is just like, okay. The town crier of Swindon took a day off so he could come down to Bristol Airport with me to say, I made them, they're good, let her go. I walked through security with the fucking, with the bottles. And that's how much Bristol values security.
No, but it's not just Bristol. If you did that at any airport in the UK, you would get the same response.
No. London?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? No. You wouldn't get that in London.
Wait, Tusk has a piece of factual information. I'm disturbed. Right, he says that's almost correct. A breathalyzer only becomes ineffective if the tube isn't changed between tests and only with the same person and within a few minutes. And Fabio says, was it Dickens cider?
I can't remember. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It was just these 2 big, large, like fucking. Do you know the 2-liter bottles of Coke?
Yep.
But like emptied out and cider in them. Like there was no label. There was no label on these things, and yeah, you just rocked up. Bristol Airport is tiny, by the way. And I was like taking it. It's like Cork Airport. It's fucking tiny. But yeah, they all know each other, and he's like, yeah, I made them. It's cool. She's good to go. Let her through. And I just it was so alien to me, having gone, because every time I went before that to the UK, it was through London.
Which
and
London airport?
Either Heathrow or Stansted, and both are very
Stansted
kind of.
is not London. Stansted is Essex. That's not real London.
It's considered London. For the purposes,
London.
yeah, for the purposes of this, the airport is London. It's considered a London airport. Thank you, Ryan.
Oh yeah, London Air. Yeah, you know what else they consider a London airports?
Luton, Gatwick. Neither of them are London.
But you know what I mean. So I've always gone into the UK through London, if you can consider them London. So, and they're very, very strict. They're very strict in those 2 airports particularly. So going to Bristol, I was not prepared for how chill it is.
The West Country is used to being pissed.
Now, okay, back with the whole thing of tasters. This is a question that came to my mind the other night because, it was brought up that Jack Daniels is distilled in a dry county.
Yes.
Okay, so what about the taster? Does he have to drive the samples out of the county in order to taste them?
No, he doesn't consume them. His class does not consuming them.
You may get dispensation in the rules and regs.
I will. To me, I don't think Jack Daniels has tasters, and that's why it tastes so fucking bad.
Right, Fabio.
It's not a brand I'm particularly fond of.
I've got to do
Tennessee
this.
Sour.
Sloth Girl keeps a bottle around to toast her departed father because that was his brand. So on his birthday every year we have it.
Apparently, Dry County just means you can't buy it. Right, Fabio wants me to reiterate this. He finds it funny that Crafty doesn't know if she's had Dickens cider.
Thanks for that double entendre. Yeah. I don't know if that particular brand was yeah, fuck off.
I love a good cider, and it's been years since I've found a good one.
Hoo-ah.
Do you know, I used to do I used to work the festivals during the summers just for charities or whatever.
Festivals, summer.
Yeah. And yeah. So I was on the Heineken tents. And of course, Heineken brought out, so at the end of your shift, so you're working a 6-hour shift, instead of getting paid, it goes to the group that you were with. I was with the abortion rights campaign. And so all my wages was going to pro-choice groups. And so at the end of your shift, you're given a choice of either 2 pints of Heineken or 2 pints of Orchard Thieves. Now, I don't know if you've ever tasted Orchard Thieves.
No, but I've tasted Heineken, and pretty much anything could be better.
It's shit. Yeah. So what I did was I jumped onto the Prosecco bar, and I was very good at upselling the Prosecco. And I would just take a bottle of Prosecco at the end of the night. It was fucking brilliant.
Speaking of the Abortion Rights Ireland campaign,
yes,
I'm currently in the process of making a cake designed for Abortion Rights Ireland. And it's going to be delivered to somebody in Bristol, and they're going to do something on stream with this cake.
Nice.
Because it relates to a show that takes place on a Monday.
You can't say.
Cool.
I can, but I'm not going to, because it's much more fun if it's a lot more cryptic.
I am so confused.
It's supposed to be. That's the whole point of why I've just said it the way that I have. It was intentionally designed to be as confusing as possible.
Tell me. I'm sad. Tell me. Yeah. Yeah, when we're off camera, you have to tell me, because
when we're off camera,
Right,
you need to be part of the privileged group to understand that people who aren't in this privileged group won't be able to get the inside scoop on the skinny here.
Okay. I can deal with that.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.